What's up guys, welcome back to another TK Tech video. And we're back on the hunt to find the best budget true wireless earphones, or the best value at least, true wireless earphones. I've reviewed a plethora of earphones in the past, and I've got a pretty good idea of the sweet spot for price, which is I found to be, if you want something you can actually use and has decent sound quality, probably around $50. One of the reasons for this is although the sound quality has been good on a lot of these, $30, $25, even potentially even less than that, those kinds of earphones, the sound quality is acceptable. But the thing that lets it down is the microphone quality, is that call quality. And obviously if you can't take a phone call, then that really kind of excludes a lot of these products for a lot of customers. So we're going to give these Truefree T2 true wireless earbuds a shout, and I'm hoping that these live up to kind of what they claim. You can get these on Amazon for less than $30, and they make some pretty important claims. Number one being that they are dual mic noise cancellation earphones. So hopefully they can take decent sound calls. Obviously smart touch controls, and quite useful is also the 23-hour playtime with the case included. It's got about 6.5 hours without the case. All right, so there's nothing else in the box, so let's get unboxing. It's not the prettiest unboxing that I've done, but $30, what can you expect? I'm sure we've got our standard USB Type-C. Oh no, these are the different sized ear tips. It looks like this packaging doesn't shout quality. And this one is the USB Type-C charger. And there it is. Okay, so off the bat, it's definitely a very sleek pair of earphones, but it's not the most flattering design, let's say. Not a huge fan of the shape of the case or this logo, to be honest. I think they could have done a bit better a job. I think it really does show that that it costs less than $30. The hinge is a little bit loose. I'm really sorry, but the hinge is how you find out whether what you've got are a good quality pair of earphones, and something about this just doesn't feel right. So how do these look? Well, they're in-ear type earbuds, which is great to see. Let's see how many microphones it's got. So it's got one microphone at the bottom, which I can see right there, if you can make it out. And it's got, I think, one microphone. It's either that one or that one. I can't really tell. It's one of those two. It's quite light, which I guess, hopefully makes it more comfortable in the ear. Nothing that special about the design. Pretty standard looking, but as long as they work well, these could be a solid shout. So a bit about some of the features. These have a Bluetooth 5.3, which is great. It's the newest Bluetooth. It's got it should have good connectivity, low latency. Speaking of low latency, it actually also has a game mode, which we'll test out. That will bring down the latency to 50 milliseconds. We'll test out the call quality and the sound quality. It has a 10mm driver, so it should sound okay, I guess. We've seen larger drivers in some other budget earphones, but 10mm is still a solid size. So it should pair quite easily. All I would need to do is open it up. And there you go, it's connected. Okay, so I'm really eager to test out the actual microphone quality. There's 4 mics in total. Let's see how they sound. Alright guys, so this is the microphone test for the Truefree wireless earbuds. Hopefully I'm clear, hopefully it's not too muffled. I don't have high expectations for this based on my previous experience for earbuds around this price bracket. So I'd be surprised if they do sound good. What I am going to do, they have advertised that they have active noise cancellation, so I'm going to do the old microwave test. So when I turn on the microwave, hopefully it should drown out that background noise and kind of isolate my voice. Usually when that happens, to be honest, it kind of makes my voice seem less clear. So let me know if that's also happening here as well. Alright, let's go back to the video. Alright, so let's kind of test out the audio and the functional features of this phone. True wireless earphones, even budget true wireless earphones like these, pretty much always have touch control, or at least a button on the side. So these also have the same features where you can play the video, pause the video, change the volume, and skip and go back and forth. So Pretty standard things. What I do want to compare though is how they actually sound. I'm going to bring in something like this. This is the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro 2. Definitely, you know, quite a big comparison, at least in terms of price. These are about 10 times the price of these, so they really should be better, otherwise something's wrong. Obviously, because they both have Bluetooth 5.3, what that means is that I can actually connect them both to my phone at the same time. So if we listen to this at maximum volume, these are the T2s. I'm going to switch them over to the Galaxy Buds Pro. Okay, it's not really a comparison. The volume, easily beaten by these. They're much fuller. You can hear pretty much more clarity across the whole range, from the high end to the low end. Which is what we expect, you know, when you're paying hundreds of dollars for a pair of earphones compared to pretty much just 30. So I'm actually glad that there's a difference there. But it was just interesting to see the difference, but it's also quite interesting to see how they both, you know, can connect to the phone at the same time. What I do want to test out is a feature that they have, which is called the game mode, which should bring down that latency to 50 milliseconds. If I press this 3 times, it should enter game mode. And now the latency should be brought down to 50 milliseconds. All right, so we've got a game loaded up here. What should happen now, there shouldn't be any latency. So you should be able to hear the bullets firing when you actually you know, see me press the screen. And it's pretty instant. You can see there isn't any latency. Okay, so now let's try it with the earphones connected without game mode on. So as you can probably hear, there's a little bit of a lag between me actually pressing the screen and hearing the bullets. Now we're going to try it with game mode on. This should reduce the latency down to 50 milliseconds. It's actually a little bit better. It's still not the same as not having the earphones connected at all, but it's not as bad. I still would struggle to game with these, especially for shooting kind of games where you need to be able to hear pretty much exactly the shot when it happens as it happens. Despite only being $30, these actually do have an IPX4 rating. So that's a waterproof rating, which means that they can handle some light splashes, which makes it absolutely fine for working out in. Obviously, them staying in your ear is a different matter entirely, but in terms of worrying about sweat and things like that, they should be fine. In terms of worrying about walking around in the rain, that should be fine as well. Okay, so overall, what are my opinions? Well, my main limiting factor to budget earphones, because they all do a decent job at sounding okay, and they all do a decent job at being compact, and they all do a decent job at having good battery life. My main hurdle that I've experienced with budget earphones is the audio sound, or the microphone quality sound during calls. So the fact that these are comprehensible, the fact that we've got 2 pairs of microphones, one at the top and one at the bottom for each earphone, and the fact that they sound quite clear, or clear enough to at least be able to have a conversation, all for under $30, means actually makes this a usable pair of earphones. If you have a strict budget, you don't want to spend more than $30, then I think these are a good solid option. I'm not a fan of how they look. I'm not a fan of the case. I'm not a fan of the build quality. The design's okay. It's quite generic. It doesn't look bad. It's nice. It's matte black, so that adds some class, I guess, to it. But if you can spend a little bit more, maybe go for something that costs around $50. Maybe go for something that costs around $50, around that mark. I've found that those kind of earphones, they tend to have good sound quality, good microphone quality, but also decent build quality that matches it. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is another set of budget true wireless earphones to add to the hunt for the best budget true wireless earphones that I'm on. I think this definitely is an example of function over form. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like. And if you want to see more videos like this and stay tuned for the review of these, then hit the subscribe button and I'll see you on the next TK Tech video.